Peace, everyone. Welcome back to Gigonomics. And was I wrong? I lost a customer today. I want y'all to tell me, was I wrong? So I get a delivery. I get an order on my app. On my app, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you the order. I got videos of the order. I'm gonna talk over the video, but I'm gonna show y'all what it is. So this was a new customer's order. It come through on my app. When you go on my app, on my website, when you place your order for delivery or pickup, it asks you, like it's a spot that tells you that you have to answer before you move to the next section. So you gotta acknowledge it. It asks you, do you need extra handling as far as room placement? Do you need it to go in a separate room? Other than that, once I get there, I'm just delivering it. I'm just gonna get it to your front door basically, but I will put it inside a room or wherever you need it, whether you pay for that or not. Just for me doing the delivery, I'm gonna get it there and I'll put it in one room of choice. So as you see this order here, so the customer didn't select that. So when you don't select that, you make me think you just want it to your door. Just get it there and you'll handle the rest. So the order come through. I see that he skips it, but he do put that it's a I think it was like 286 items. That's how many items it was, and it was delivering to a restaurant. But in the notes he put that it was 286 items, and there will be help loading and unloading. Also on my app you could check for dolly, to use a dolly. So he checked that, he paid for the dolly. So I get to the pickup. I'm at Restaurant Depot. I'm at the pickup. It takes like 2 hours to get loaded. They don't even have the order ready. And actually I found out he was still placing the order while I'm at the pickup. He already put for me to arrive at a certain time, but at that point he wasn't finished placing his order. So no big deal. I sit there for 2 hours. So I finally get loaded. I get to the restaurant to get unloaded. It was going 23 miles for $108 is what he ended up paying. So I get to the pickup. I get to the delivery. First of all, he don't. So if you know Boston, you know everything is alleys. Everything is small. His restaurant is made inside of one like a row house, like a duplex or like a townhome, some people may call it, but it's in Boston and it's in a real tight back alley location. So I get there, I find the building, I knock on the door. He's not there, but he got a chef. He got a chef that's there, and I was like 4 or 5 guys there. They all was kind of doing things. So I knock on the door, and I'm prepared to bring everything into the kitchen. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna bring everything into the kitchen. So when you walk, it's a ramp leading to the kitchen, but then right here beside the ramp, it's like a row of steps. Look like like 30 steps you gotta go down, metal steps right here. It's right by the ramp. Boom. So I go into the kitchen and I'm thinking this is where I'm gonna put the stuff at. I don't unload first. I just go, see where do they want the stuff at. So the guy came out. First issue was he don't speak English. So he just saying yeah to everything I'm saying. Another guy comes and he takes me to another guy to try to break down the barrier. And the other guy come and he barely speaks English as well. So I end up asking him, we end up getting to the point where we understand each other enough to get it from, he wants the meats and stuff he wants the meats to go upstairs, the vegetables, coolers is downstairs. So everything in the cooler go downstairs, everything, all the meat, rice, things like that goes upstairs. So the note said there would be unload assistance. Yeah, give me a second. Good load just popped up. So the note said that it would be unload assistance. So I start unloading, start getting the stuff ready. and I don't know how to communicate with them to, you know, to tell them, look, the quicker we work all together, we could get it done. And so I see that they not helping. So I call the customer. And so the customer is saying it's lunchtime at his restaurant. They haven't opened yet, but all the guys there are preparing for lunchtime. So I tell him, I said, that's fine. You know, I'll start unloading it, taking it, you know, downstairs, upstairs. But I need assistance. Like this is taking like 5 hours at this point. It's well, almost 5 hours. In total, it ended up being like 5 hours. So I explained to him, like, you know, you in the notes you said that it would be unload assistance. If you didn't say that it would be unload assistance, I wouldn't be expecting it. And if you would have checked that you need the stuff put in 2 separate rooms, I would have got here and done it. But I'm here now, and I will put it wherever you want it. I just need some assistance. Now, some of the items are heavy, some are light, some you could double up, triple up, but most of them you got to carry. Most of the stuff going in the cooler, you got to carry 1, maybe 2 items at a time. Down, back up to the van, down, back up to the van, down, back up to the van. And I mean, it just would have took forever. So I ended up telling them, like, well, you know, sir, I try to say it nicely, man. Look, you know, if you're not going to help me, I can't, you know, I'm not going to do all this by myself. It's just too much. He started going off, man. But he started speaking in his language, which is Arabic. He started speaking in Arabic. So next thing I know, all the guys come out. Man, we get it done in maybe not even 20 minutes, man. It took longer for us trying to figure it out, or you know, just going back and forth about it, than it did to actually unload it. If him knowing, to me, I'm saying he's wrong. You know, I try to go customers is always right. But in certain cases, man, like, again, if you're trying to get over by not paying what you should pay, then I'm gonna stand on business. I'm not going to, you know, it's gonna be hard to get me to break that, because I feel like you're doing it to try to get over. I can't charge you $100, but then when I get there, tell you owe me $200. So it's the same thing. It's the same principle. I'm gonna stand on business, but I'm gonna do everything that's required, and I'm gonna go above and beyond. In this situation, going above and beyond would have been breaking my back. I would have been wore out. I already blew the rest of my day. I already lost money because I'm stuck with them for 5 hours for only $106. So, long story short, we get everything unloaded. You know, I try to go have a conversation with him and just explaining to him that, you know, so during the process, he used to delivery guys coming with ramps on their trucks and big pullouts where they could just roll everything into the kitchen. And I'm telling him, like, you know, that's not what you checked on the app. You checked a cargo van. My website doesn't say that I'm equipped to do that. It tells you everything that I'm equipped to do, even if I gotta lease the work out to someone else. But it tells you chose a cargo van, and that's everything did fit. You listed your items. At the unload, you said there would be assistance. So anyway, so the breakdown was the inaccurate information he put in the delivery notes. If he would have been honest, I still would have did it. But the fact that he could not get past that part to put even the pickup information, delivery information, he got to choose. He got to check that, the extra room service. So am I wrong for not doing it by myself? Not just getting there and saying, you know what, the customer always right, so let me just boom, go ahead and get it done. Am I wrong for standing on business? You can't, like, because I'm like, that's the one thing that in business, as small business or entrepreneurs, that's the one thing that people try to look down on you as if, you know, your company is smaller, so certain standards and principles doesn't apply. But that's not true with me. Every principle, every standard that you expect out of a UPS or FedEx, expect the same thing out of me. I may not be as large as a FedEx or a UPS, but quality, efficiency, service, I'm a deliver on it, and therefore you should treat me like you would them. So yeah, was I wrong? I end up, he told me, never ever again would I use your services again, and I'm gonna leave a bad review. At that point, all right, well, sorry you had a bad experience. I wish there was something I could do to make it, better for you, but it is what it is. And I end up leaving. He did pay me, and I said $108 earlier. It was actually $106. So that day he paid me the $106. So actually I'm waiting to see if he was going to, like try to block the charge or, cancel the money or whatever. But he didn't. So the following day, which is today, I woke up and he sent over an extra $20. So, but I don't know if the extra $20 was his way of admitting that he was wrong, because he was technically, it ain't even technically, he was wrong across the board from the beginning. He was wrong. So, but he did send me the $20. But I want to know, how would you have handled that situation? And if you would have handled it differently, tell me how, and let me know if I'm wrong. One other thing was, even when I was there talking to him, I didn't tell him, like, give me extra money and I'll do it. I just asked to give me the assistant that you said will be there. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Stay safe, stay blessed. Get to your hustle. Peace.